Deputy Droopy is a 1955 Droopy cartoon. This is directed by Tex Avery and Michael Law with a story by Heck Allen. And I thought that this one was pretty interesting and pretty good fun. It got a bit repetitive, but yet still managed to hold my attention. The sheriff has tasked Goofy with guarding this bag of gold. And the sheriff says if anybody comes along and tries to steal this bag of gold, just make a noise. And as soon as I hear any noise whatsoever, I will come along and start shooting, which, let's face it, sounds very violent, but if somebody's trying to steal your gold, what else are you going to do? And these two thieves come along and try to steal the gold, but they get themselves into increasingly ludicrous situations that would make them cry out. So they hurt themselves and they're about to scream and they stop themselves. And I love that. The use of sound in this is absolutely brilliant. It's very sleek, very well edited. And whenever they hurt themselves and they're about to scream, they run out of the building, run as far away as possible, and then let the scream out. And then they go back, try again, something else happens that makes them want to scream in pain. They run out, and so on and so forth. And it does sound repetitive. And it actually does get repetitive. But for some reason, I found it engaging. And as I said, it does get kind of increasingly ludicrous with some of the scenarios they find themselves in, and some of the measures they take do get very creative, to say the least. So I actually found it very engaging. On paper, it sounds like it shouldn't work or it shouldn't be that entertaining because it is repetitive, but I found it to be quite interesting. Droopy, usually I find Droopy to be the most interesting character in any Droopy cartoon, but actually, this could have worked without Droopy. It could have just been two thieves trying to get it, and they didn't want to wake up the sheriff in the other room, so they would run away whenever they were going to cry out in pain. It completely could have worked without Droopy, although Droopy did involve himself in some ways with causing these thieves some pain and discomfort. So I'm not saying Droopy shouldn't have been in it. It's just interesting for me to have a Droopy cartoon where Droopy's not the main attraction. I liked it. I liked the characters of the thieves. I thought they looked good. They were relatively well developed characters who had a bit more substance to them than most thieves. You know, we got to know them over the course of the cartoon, and I kind of liked them, which I wasn't expecting. And I thought it was good fun. It's a little bit unpredictable in terms of what's going to happen, what event will make them cry out next. But obviously the repetitive actions are definitely predictable, and yet it works. Deputy Droopy sounds like it maybe shouldn't work, but actually I rather enjoyed it. And if you're a fan of Droopy and you haven't seen it, or if maybe you just don't remember it very well, I'd say it's worth a watch or a rewatch. I definitely thought it was pretty decent.